सो हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू कॉग्निटिव सॉल्वर। सो हमने लास्ट वीडियो में देखा था अ ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन दैट व्हाट वी आर गोना मेक इन दिस कैप्स्टोन प्रोजेक्ट। ओके, सो falwala.com वेबसाइट आई हैव शोन यू गाइस, राइट। सो इस वीडियो से हम लोग एक्चुअली उस वेबसाइट को बिल्ड करना स्टार्ट करेंगे, राइट। विल स्टार्ट द फाउंडेशन, विल मेक एवरी कंपोनेंट एंड देन विल कोलेट देम टुगेदर ताकि वो एक वेबसाइट जैसा दिखे। एंड yeah, so that's our goal basically. So yeah, before starting let me show you, मैंने सारी इमेजेस वगैरह ऐड कर दी। वैसे लास्ट वाले वीडियो में के एंड में हमने ये प्रोजेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर बना लिया था, राइट। ये बॉयलरप्लेट कोड लिख लिया था, सिंपल सा जनरेट कर लेते हैं बेसिकली। एंड इस वाले मैंने सारे एसेट्स वगैरह में ऐड कर दिए, राइट। मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ। या so we have all these images, we have the logos, fav icons as well. So this is going to be our fav icon, this is our logo. So all variants are there, white background and then transparent background as well. So yeah, that's what we're gonna use. So let's start with the fav icon thing. Okay, that's a pretty cool thing to start with. So right now our web page is looking like something like this. Okay, plain white thing and this falwala written over here and no fav icon so far. So we'll add a fav icon. Okay, let's add it. So for adding a fav icon, we simply we have to link the fav icon to our this index class. So we'll have a property called link, and here in the place of relationship, in the place of relation, will not put style sheet for these styles. Okay, so here we'll put icon. Okay, because we're going to tell that this is something, we're going to give a link, a path to the icon or image. So that's basically ICO file. So it's basically icon file. Okay, so we're going to tell this is an icon file, so treat is like that. So we'll give it the path, let's say assets, then we have the falwala logo final folder. Here we have ICO files, see icon transparent.ico. Now once it is done, let's just go back, check. See, you can see this icon is coming right here, practically this icon. So this is a very cool icon I created with Canva. Okay, so this is what we're gonna use for this fav icon thing. And logo, we have this, we're gonna use this as a logo. Clear? So yeah, so we have added our fav icon here. Now the next thing is to make the header. Okay, so let's make the header for our website. So for that, what I'll do, I'll quickly create a CSS file under CSS folder. I'll name it as main.css. okay, so we're gonna have CSS files for each sections, like header, then this about section, home section, contact section. So all those, for all those sections will have a different style sheet. So if you'll write all the style sheet in a single file, it will be very cumbersome to manage that style sheet. So yeah, we're gonna follow the modular approach of coding. So let's quickly attach this main style sheet to our index class. So we'll say link CSS, so it's not style.css, and where you have to specify the path. So in our current directory CSS folder, we have main.css. Correct. So currently there is no there is nothing in main.css, so we won't be seeing any changes here. So we'll quickly add some things in main.css, but before that, let's just create a simple header. Okay, HTML code for the header. After that, we'll start applying the stylings. Okay, then let's do it. So I'll create a div with a class header. Okay, so all these shortcuts to we have already talked about it in our previous videos, that if you want to create a div with a class, so just in VS Code, just type dot and the class name and give enter. It will create a div with the class. And same with ID, if you want to create with an ID, you have to give a pound symbol, that is hash symbol, and then the, whatever the name you're gonna give to that ID. So after enter, you'll get your div section there. Okay, so we have our header class here, under which I'll create a container class as well. Let me remind you one thing. We are not gonna use any bootstrap library or something like that. We're gonna build everything from scratch, because this is not about implementing a lot of things. It is about learning how to implement. See, bootstrap is in CSS library. If you use that bootstrap, your job will be very easy, right? But you need to know what is going under the hood in bootstrap. So if once you know that how to style things, how to do the proper things, and how to code those things, then if you want, suppose you are using bootstrap, but you don't want that color, a simple button color is there, you don't want that height or some border radius, so you want to change it, but now you don't have any idea how to change that, because what you have done, you have only used bootstrap from the beginning, and you have just inherited the classes. You just put the class and the style will be applied automatically. So this is not what I want. I want you guys to learn how to write own style sheet. Once you know how to write your own style sheet, you'll be able to manipulate others' style sheet easily, or you don't have to be dependent on some other third-party libraries. You can create your own styles, right? So that is what I follow, and I would like every developer to follow. Once you know the concept, how to create it, then you are using some third-party library, then it's okay. But if you don't know the concept and you are using the third-party library, it's not meaningful at all, because if something breaks, you won't be able to recover it. So having said that, I have a container class inside my header class, okay, under which I'm gonna make a logo section. Okay, so the logo section starts, it will hold this logo, our logo, and then all the menu items will be there, correct? So let's write an class logo section. I'll do it as logo, since it is a two words, I'll do logo underscore section. Perfect. Okay, so under this logo section, we'll have a class again, which will hold our logo. Under this, we'll have a anchor tag, because we want that if someone clicks on the logo, the page should go to the home section or reloads, okay, whichever is at that time will be meaningful. So we'll say href index.html, that when someone clicks the logo, it should go to our home page. Okay, so we'll have an image class, image element inside this anchor tag, so that it would wrap that image, our logo image. Fine. So image, provide the source for it. So under assets, we have Falwala logo final folder. Here we have our logo transparent, correct? You can give any alternative if suppose some issue happens and the image is not loading, so you can give some alternative names, logo, or you can say Falwala logo. Okay, I have already talked about all these things in our previous videos. Okay, so if you're not getting all these things, please watch our previous videos in this series to understand all of this, that how to use image and what is this alt attribute or src attribute is there, href attribute is there. Fine, so let's move on. So once we have our logo section, so then okay, let's just see how our website looks like currently. So see, this is our logo appearing, okay, because we have given image tag there. So after this, we'll have a nav element. So nav is a semantic element. Again, if you don't know what is nav element, please go through our semantic elements videos. There I have explained it, what is nav and section and all semantic elements. Okay, so under nav, I'll have my menu components, basically the links. So for that, I'm gonna use unordered list. Okay, so I'll use unordered list ul. Again, we have made video for each element we are using here, how to use it, what are the properties. Please go through our previous videos. if you don't able to understand what we are doing here. So under eval we'll have multiple LIs. So this first one I'll just give a class of active. So why I'm giving this class of active, you'll understand in a bit. Okay, and this LI will have an anchor tag. So I'll say this is as home, so I'll give it a home ID here, and let's have a class also to style it. I'll say it is a nav link. Perfect. So yeah, so this is gonna be as home link on our menu. Okay, similarly we'll copy these LIs. We'll have about section, about link, then we have our product, then gallery, then contact us. Okay, so I'll just quickly edit these values. Okay, perfect. So this is going to be our menu: home, about, product, gallery, and contact. So this is how our okay, we have got some error down here. What is this? Cache override. Okay, so that was some browser issue. Yeah, so this is our menu currently looking like. This is our logo. Okay, so now it is bit here and there, it's just spreading all over the screen, is getting there. Okay, so we'll write down the style sheet and we'll keep it in positions, each element, so it will look like a header. Let's do that. So first we'll have to write the main.css file. Okay, this main.css will be a common file for each section, and then again we'll write section wise CSS files. Okay, so starting with this main.css. Okay, so as I already told you guys, we're gonna adapt the modular way of writing codes. So for that I'm gonna make some variables here which we're gonna use throughout our code. So I'll make some variables, some colors, okay, colors and box shadows and something like that. So I'll just quickly paste it here, and I'll make you understand what I'm actually trying to do. Okay, so these all variables we're gonna use in our application. So this is for the green color, we're gonna use this constant green color everywhere. The red, we have a green variant as well for shadows and all. We have green shadow as well. Black color, obviously it is a pure black 000, but we're gonna use it as a variable. So it will be easy. We don't need not to type every time the color code. Just type this variable name. Okay, then we have black variant, then body background, then we have a muted text color, then white transparent white background. We have this some with something less opacity, 0.8, and then we have this gray box shadow. Okay, so these are all variables we're going to use in our whole application. Maybe some variables we'll use now, some later point of time, but yeah, this all we're gonna use, and if in the future we need some extra variables, we'll add it here in the root. Okay, so we'll start with just simple. We'll do all margins 0, all paddings 0. We'll set the box sizing as border box. Now what if you don't know what is box sizing, if you're setting as a border box or a content box, what is the issue, or what is the effect of setting as a border box, or what is the difference between border box and content box, please go through our previous videos. It is explained in detail there. Okay, moving forward, we'll define some set values for HTML. We'll say font size, keep it 12 pixel throughout the application. Font family, so these are some default values we are setting. We want to override if anything is there. We want to default it with this one until and unless they are being overridden. Okay, so we'll say font family as sans serif, and yeah, scroll behavior we'll say smooth. Now why smooth, we'll come to know when we'll develop 1 or 2 sections, then we will understand why this scroll behavior is so smooth. Okay, so I'll tell you there. So that was our default HTML. Then we'll define body. Before that, let's just look if something has changed. No, nothing has changed because we haven't applied anything yet. By just writing the default styles. So for body, we'll give a height of 100 VH. Okay, and obviously we want to stretch it throughout the screen, so that is width of 100%. we'll say overflow auto because we want that scroll behavior, correct. Then background color, we'll give a variable. See, we have a background bg, okay, we have a body bg variable, so we want this kind of, it is not fully white, light white, but a light grayish as well, so kind of a cream color, a very light cream color, okay. So we're gonna use that, so it is body bg. So this is how we're gonna use the variable in CSS. If you don't know, please go through our previous videos. Okay, so we have applied background color. Now see, we have something changed, right? See, it is not fully white, okay. Yeah, so if you see this one, it has a brighter white color, and this one a little dull, okay. So I hope you are able to understand the difference between the colors, okay. Perfect. So now we'll do what? Okay, we'll have a transition throughout the body, okay. Any kind of action is given there, we'll have a transition of 0.3 seconds and in a linear. Again, I have explained transition also, please go through our previous videos. Okay, and then custom some default properties for image tags. We'll say give each image height 100% until unless it is being overridden. Then we'll give a anchor tag, default behavior will say text decoration none. Now see, there will be underlines by default of in a anchor tag, okay. So we're saying default none. So if I'll just remove it, say you will see these underscores, sorry, the underlines. But if I'll keep it there, so the underline will move. And if you can notice there is a transition also happening. See, it will take point, it is very smooth. Once it changes, it's very smooth. So that is what the transition is doing here. We are giving transition at 0.3 seconds, okay. Perfect. So as of now, I think yeah, so container also we have. Please mind the spellings, because the class you are defining here as container, the spelling should match exactly, otherwise CSS won't apply. So container will give height of 100% and a width of 100%, okay. Perfect. So as of now, this only thing should go in main CSS. We'll obviously add extra things in the future. So now I'll create a new CSS file, that is navbar.css. So this main.css is going to be common for all sections. Now we'll for this we are developing the navbar. So for navbar alone, I'll create a new CSS file, okay. So I'll create here, I'll say navbar.css, okay. And I'll have to link this as well, okay. Sorry, I'll say css navbar.css. Perfect. So we have linked our navbar.css. So let's write something in our in this CSS file to actually making the navbar from here, okay. Till now we have done the default stylings, all the default we're gonna need. So all those things we have done till now, but I think from this navbar.css file we're gonna actually start to style this navbar, okay. But I think this video is going pretty much long, so it's better I stop here and we'll discuss it in the next video. So in the next video we'll obviously conclude this navbar thing. At least we'll make that navbar from beginning to end. So yeah, that's it for this video. please comment below if you have any doubts or any suggestions for us. We are happy to help and happy to take the criticism as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let's meet in the next one. Till then, keep coding and keep learning.